What is going on, everybody? Hummus Thunder here, bringing you guys a brand new video. I'm not really in the mood to be talking all highly of this game. I've been trying to get some gameplay for the past hour and a half, and it's been nothing but pure chaos, and it hasn't been fun. Nonetheless, I'm not gonna make this a negative video where I just talk shit about the game. I'm gonna give the game some constructive criticism and talk about what they can do to fix the game and make it more enjoyable for those who actually have thumbs and those who actually want to play a good game. So without wasting any more time, let's get straight into the video. So we're all aware that Modern Warfare has a very big problem, and that's camping, that's dead silence. It's a lot of things. It's a culmination of a bunch of different aspects of the game that make the game non-playable. It makes it very unenjoyable for those who want to play a game that resembles a Call of Duty that they've played in the past. So I came up with a list of things that they should fix in the next update, things that will definitely make this game a lot better than what it is right now. So starting with the first one on the list, they really need to board up more windows in the maps. Just like they did with Militia and Black Ops 4, they need to put less windows in the maps. They need to cover spawn peaks to the point where you're not getting killed off spawn like I do in this video. You'll see me do a few times. They need to make it so it's easy to get out of your spawn and hold a position so you're not being picked off. All these windows just make it so campers can sit in a window and pick you off when you step out into the open. And people will argue that's the realism of it all. You can't be stepping outside in war and stuff. I'm playing a video game, dumb fuck. I'm playing a video game. I don't want to have to worry about stepping outside for a half a second, being melted by a 725 across fucking Narnia, or having to get sprayed by an M4 in 2-3 shots. It's a video game. Board up some windows and you'll see an improvement with all the camping. Piggybacking on boarding up windows in a map, they really need to make these maps less porous. Now, the developers of Infinity Ward have confirmed that this game is catered as a safe space to campers and the noobs. I don't understand why everything has become noob friendly, why everything is so porous, quote unquote, the way that they quoted it, why everything has to be handed down to them to make it easier for them to enjoy their experience playing Call of Duty, as if all us Call of Duty players didn't get our ass handed to us backwards and frontwards for the past few years, almost a decade. So I really think maps should be less porous, make maps more enjoyable, make them more centric to playing as a run and gunner with tiny camping spots. It's okay to give them a little bit of leeway, but to give them the entire fucking map, to give them every possible advantage in every corner in the map where they can sit and peek and kill you, not to mention it's so hard to see them sometimes. It's very unfair to players who want to play in a certain degree, a certain play style. If they want to take all their skill and apply it to this game, it's almost impossible for them to do so because of the way the maps are laid out. They're very bland, they're very boring, they're very unfun, if that's even a word. They're unfun. They're just not a good experience all around the board. They're not a map that you'll remember. The only map I can even think about being a possible remake in the future is Gunrunner. The rest of them can go kick rocks. The rest of them can go, as Athos would say, pound fucking sand. The rest of them just don't have any appealing factor like the older Call of Duties would do. Even Black Ops 4 has some amazing maps. Frequency is an amazing map. Frequency is a great map. Frequency is probably one of my favorite maps in that game, even with all the remakes from the older Call of Duties. So make maps a bit less camp friendly, make maps a bit more exciting, more interesting, more easy on the eyes. These maps are pretty dull. Make them easy on the eyes and you'll see a big improvement in player interaction when they're making their way throughout the map. Moving on to the next point that I really want to talk about because I'm a run and gunner, it's increasing sprint out times. Sprint out times should be increased by about 50 to 100 milliseconds. Now that might not seem like a lot on paper, but in reality that'll definitely increase the flow of the game when you're running gunning, especially when you're tactical sprinting. It's very slow, and seeing that sort of sprint out time will encourage more people to run and more people to take risks when they're playing the game, and that's what the video game is all about. It's to have fun and to take risks and to gamble with if you win or not. Doing that will definitely reward more of the rushers. It won't be like it used to be, but it'll make it so it's a bit easier to rush, run and gun in a game that's made for camping. And on top of the whole running, gunning, and sprint to fire speed, they definitely should increase the ADS speed a little, like slightly across the board. It's just because of the attachments and so many of them decrease ADS speed. It'd be nice to give the gun, the physics itself, like the engine itself, increase the ADS speed just a tad bit to compensate for all those ADS decreasing attachments. Oh, it's almost like every single attachment decreases it. So it'd be nice to see this change all across the board. It'll again promote a lot of rushing. It'll promote a lot of active gameplay where you're not just being very passive and sitting around. It'll help the flow of the game drastically. Moving on to our next topic, and that's footstep audio. Something a lot of people have been talking about. Footstep audio should most definitely be decreased to a point where it's not as loud. I'm talking cutting it in half. There are times where I'm running on somebody without dead silence and they will do a complete 180 and wait for me to come there because I'm pretty far away. I'm not like right behind them. I'm pretty damn far away. So, and that's not really fair to the players who want to run and play a little more aggressively. Like I said, this video is really geared towards individuals who have thumbs and know how to play a game properly. So if you have footsteps that loud, it is hard to sneak up on people if they're camping because they will hear you from, like I said, across the map. I mean, they'll hear you from the multiplayer lobby. They will hear you before you even load into the game. It's that loud. So toning it down to about half of what it is right now will make it so it's a lot better for every single player, because campers don't care about footsteps because they are not moving. Players who are moving have to deal with loud footsteps. So make it so it's a bit quieter, and a lot of the community will be happy that you did something like that. The next thing that I want to talk about is kind of due to the dead silence, the whole footsteps thing, but dead silence should be replaced with ghost. Now, I don't mean taking either one of them out, but I'm saying make dead silence the perk and make ghost the field upgrade. Now that to me is a very, very smart move, probably the smartest move they can make, because it makes it so ghost has to be used sparingly. It makes it so ghost isn't some perk where you can just lay in a corner and that's it. So if you want to camp, you better be using that field upgrade at the right time. It can refresh when you get kills, but it only lasts for 15 seconds. So you better make sure that you get some kills, that you find a great camping spot, because once it runs out, we're coming for your ass. And dead silence being a perk makes it so you can push even more. Makes the game more balanced. Oh my god. No way. Modern Warfare balanced? No camping? Catering to skilled players? I don't think I'll see the day where that fucking happens, because that would be the best thing that they could do. I mean, you've seen in this video already the amount of corner campers I've died by. If you were paying attention, I probably died by corner campers 5-6 times already. It's that bad. So by replacing the two, you will see a drastic increase in rushing by aggressive players. Look at that. It's really not that hard in Infinity Ward. Listen to the player base. The majority of the player base who play this game and support your titles are not campers. Let's be real. They're Call of Duty players who are cracked out. That's it. So I really would appreciate if you guys listen to the community on this one and switch the two. It would definitely make for a better experience. So this next one, a lot of people don't talk about it, but it's something that I've noticed. Player visibility in this game is god awful. I'm talking players blend into the environment very well, which I guess is by design. They want to make it a more realistic approach, but they could keep it that way, but add something where you can distinguish player from teammate or player from background. What they could do, like Black Ops 4 did, enemy players had like a red light on them, like their suit had like a red strobe like light on, not a strobe, but it had like a streak red light that you can tell that that's an enemy player. You can distinguish enemies from teammates, enemies from the surroundings, so it'll make it harder for them to hide in corners and dark corners, because there's been times where I've been killed on dark corners where people just come out of the cut, shoot me, and I didn't even know where they came from. So player visibility might need a little bit of work. It's definitely not one of the things that I'm looking forward to being changed right now. That can stay the same if they decide to keep it that way, whatever, but it'd be nice to see it change so it's a little easier to see people. The last one is skill-based matchmaking. Take that shit out. That's all I'm gonna say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really hope you guys are enjoying this game. I really don't think a lot of people are, which is why I'm kind of venting about it, why I'm kind of upset about playing this game, because a lot of my subscribers are telling me they don't like playing this game, and I don't want people to be stuck playing something they don't enjoy. So I'll vent about it. I'll make videos about best class subs, what to run, things to make your game better. But for the time being, for the game being so new, we have a lot of time for that. But what we don't have time for is a shitty game. We need to do something about fixing the little issues that are in the game so we can all have a much better experience and a much better time playing the game. So if you found anything useful in this video, things that you think people should hear, go ahead and give this video a share, like it, comment down below what you think about this game. If you're enjoying your time, sweet. I'm really happy that you are, but a majority of us are not, unfortunately. So I'm making this video out for us. I will catch you guys on the next Hummus Thunder episode. Peace.